in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Well, happy springtime. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to our Monday evening call. Gregory and Robin, the dynamic duo here.
Yes, we are here every Monday night to welcome you and share updates from the companies, celebrate trainings, all kinds of things. And we just came off a big holiday weekend. We're still immersed in Passover. We just had Easter. We know it's springtime, and whatever way you choose to celebrate the spring, enjoy, because it's finally, we're starting to see a little ground around here, aren't we, honey?
Yeah, the springtime's coming, the winter snow is melting, us up here at the 46th parallel. Spring arrives a little later than it maybe does for some of you, but it was up in the 60s today and just a gorgeous blue sky day. And as spring starts coming around and the ground starts showing itself, we start thinking, okay, spring cleaning coming pretty soon, spring cleanup. And after that, we're going to have to start preparing our gardens for planting. So
some of you know that we bought a house from a master gardener. So we're in Montana, but we have kind of a Washington garden with an acre of perennials. So when we start to see the ground, it's like, oh boy, the work is about to begin. But the first step is getting the ground ready. So I'm going to turn things over to Gregory to take it over from here, because we have a special treat for you on something that he just loves. So I'm going to turn it over to you, honey.
Thanks very much. And yeah, we've also got 8 raised beds, and that takes a little work to get them ready for planting. And thinking about what would be a meaningful share for everyone here today. I remembered one of my favorite lectures and trainings from Stephen Covey dating back to 1994. So this is a while ago. And it's called The Law of the Farm. And I'd like to kind of share the parallels of the law of the farm that Stephen talks about in building our business, because when I started studying the Covey principles and the 7 habits, and I bought this CD, or it wasn't a CD back then, it was a cassette album about the law of the farm. The penny dropped for me because I was deeply immersed in network marketing as a profession. And I saw just a beautiful parallel between what he was talking about and the way we build our business. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen and take off from today's newsletter that hopefully you've all seen. But the law of the farm is nature's way to success. And this is Stephen's famous quote: "The only thing that endures over time is the law of the farm. You must prepare the ground, plant the seed, cultivate, and water if you expect to reap the harvest." And that's just like building our business. You need to get out there and share the good news, talk to people, and follow up, and nurture, water, and then the good harvest comes. So I'm just going to go ahead and read some of this that I kind of paraphrase. I took from some of Covey's writing and molded it a little bit for us here at Lifeway. But Stephen goes on to say, one of the best ways to achieve long-lasting success, and I added, in your Lifeway business. If he was still around, he'd be saying that too. I'm sure he would. And in life is to understand and apply the law of the farm. And in agriculture, we easily see and agree that natural laws and principles govern the work and determine the harvest. But in social and businesses situations, we sometimes think we can dismiss this natural process, cheat the system, and still win the day. And, just imagine if you're a farmer trying to cram on the farm and forgetting to plant in the spring, flaking out all summer, hitting it hard in the fall, and ripping up the soil, throwing the seeds, watering, cultivating, you expect to get a bountiful harvest overnight or in a week or two. It just doesn't happen. And so, in short, cramming may appear to work in your business, and sometimes you even get lucky, and it does happen. Sometimes these occasional successes just, but it's not the normal order of building the business. But building a long-term solid Lifeway business relies on 2 things. And this is where it kind of comes together. Understanding the law of the farm. And it's interesting because the law of the farm is prepare, plant, water, and harvest. and the daily application of the proven plan of action that I've been using in my businesses for over 2 decades now, which is just a sound philosophical foundational process of building your business, which is prepare, share, care, and enroll. We prepare. So to put this in context, whenever someone new joins your team, you need to work with them. You need to, help them get prepared. Go to Live Younger Success, walk them through step 1, 2, and 3, do a planning session with them, get them prepared, and let them know that we are in the sharing and caring business. Get them to download the app, teach them about our webinars and such, so they can start sharing the good news about LifeWave, phototherapy, and the wonderful health benefits, and sowing the seeds of opportunity for people to try the products and maybe join the business. And then caring is the follow-up. That's our code word for follow-up. Preparing, sharing, caring. You show people you care by doing diligent follow-up. And you've always heard the old story, the fortune's in the follow-up. And Robin and I have learned over the years that the fortune and the friendship is in the follow-up. And our goal is to create long-term, mutually rewarding relationships. And that's really the abundant harvest. When someone really gets what we have here, the penny drops and they go, oh my God, these products are amazing. This company is like nothing I've ever seen before. And what a wonderful community of people coming together to do this work together. That's your long-term relationships that are going to make a difference in your life and the lives of your family and so many, many others. So this is the law of the farm. And, Robin, I know you were a disciple, a close disciple of Stephen Covey over the years. You worked closely with him and helped him launch that earth-shaking, best-selling global book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I'd just love if you'd like to kind of chime in and share anything along this line before we move on.
I know this quote says it all. And like when he says, if you're cramming for, you wait all semester and then you wait till the end, and that's when you do your cramming for your exams in school. It doesn't work with the farm. It just doesn't work. These are the natural cycles of life that work. You can't, change your relationship overnight that you've not paid attention to, for years. It takes time and effort to do it. So I think you just did a wonderful job. I love that you're so excited about this. And I still remember vividly when Stephen would talk about this, and how many of us have tried to cram in school. It doesn't work when you're planting, and it doesn't work in our business. It's a relationship building business, and it requires care. Yes.
And rarely is it an overnight success. Overnight might mean 2 years, 5 years. This might be a 2 to 5 year plan for financial freedom and independence. The key is to be constant. And I think Shakespeare said, if man were but constant, he would be perfect. And I also think he didn't say woman because he thinks they already are, right? So, but constancy is the key. So it's really important that you commit to the constancy. And that's where our 333 program fits right in here. If you're reaching out and sowing seeds, if you're contacting 1, 2, or 3 people a day, making a commitment that, before your head hits the pillow, you're going to reach out to at least 1, 2, or 3 people. And maybe you're going to follow up with 1, 2, or 3 people you contacted yesterday, the day before, or last week, the follow up. And then you lead them down the path. Our job is to help people make an informed decision that's good for them. They may choose to start as a customer, a retail customer, a preferred customer, or a new PC Plus program, or they may join you as a partner, but our job is to get them enough information to make an informed decision to take the pathway that's right for them. So I just encourage everyone to be constant. It's springtime on Earth, and it's also, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, right? It's fall down south, but it's springtime, and this is a time where we can really get out. Robin and I are getting out more and more out of our houses. We're doing a little, Robin and some of our local distributors doing a little health fair here in Montana next weekend. And we're going to be traveling occasionally, getting out to see many of you. So that's my little rendition on the law of the farm. And I hope it hit the spot with you as it has with me. It's been part of me ever since I heard this training, Stephen's philosophy on this, 29 years ago. That's pretty amazing. So let's move on. We have other things to talk about.
We do.
This company is on the move. Robin, do you want to talk about the new global manager and director mania?
I love it. This is one of the favorite business promotions that happens because everybody wins on this one. So this is for brand new managers and brand new directors. And as a brand new manager, that means first time. You get $100 if between now and the end of the month, you actually become a manager. And guess what? Your sponsor gets a bonus too. So, and there's only, you can only become a new manager once, but your sponsor can sponsor lots of people that become new managers. So there's no limit for you if you have lots of people in your business to become a new manager. And the same thing is true. So you get $100 and your sponsor gets 50. Well, look at this. Director, you get an additional $200 and the sponsor gets a $100 bonus. So this goes through April 30th. And I'm really loving the changes I'm seeing with the company. If you look really closely at the information at the bottom, it tells you exactly when and which region the promotion ends. So it's 11:59 on the 30th of April in Central Time Zone. So just remember that, okay? It's just important to remember that. So every time we do this, oh my goodness, is it fun? We have so many new managers and directors. So our Facebook page is going to get really full and busy, even more so. And we are very excited about that. So that just started today. And today is the 10th. You've got 20 days to go through this process and help as many people as you can become managers and directors if you're already one. And if you're not, you want to work on both sides of it. You want to become a manager, become a director, and help others do the same. Great promotion. Love this one.
Beautiful. So the Power Patch webinar is clicking along. Just remind everyone, if you haven't checked it out for yourself, take it for a test drive. Very excited about the results people are having with it, and very happy to bring this technology to you that allows you to invite people to watch a webinar, 6 times a day, 7 days a week. There's 42 renditions of them available, and people get automatic email reminders. And if they miss it, they get a reminder so they can watch the replay. So it's just another tool in your tool chest, another seed you could sow to build your business.
And I think the person who has the most people attend Power of the Patch is going to get to manager and director the fastest.
I think it's an important tool that's going to help people along the way.
I think so. It's an amazing tool that will make a big difference in your business. Okay, you want to start there, or do you want to work down to that?
Oh, why don't you just go ahead and mention, let's start right here.
Okay, we're going to start here. Well, we're excited that we get to see you in October. Some of us, we're going to see you in Aruba, but in October at Orlando, there is early bird pricing, and it goes through May 31st, $199 for in-person, $79 for virtual, and then the normal pricing will kick into $249 and $99. And anyone who's ever been to a LifeWave event knows that there's no way this covers a minute fraction of what these guys put out to put on an event, but you do have to have a little skin in the game, and you will receive way more than anything you've paid, because it's a minute investment for a massive get ready to receive a lot. And so that's coming up. So early bird goes through May 31st, and then they're and good to call the Hyatt in our newsletter. Do we have, I know it's on the Facebook page, is the link to call the hotel and the phone number to call the hotel. So when you do call the Hyatt Regency Orlando, you want to say, I want the special price for the LifeWave room block. And please do get your hotel reservations in sooner versus later, because we're expecting a big crowd. And we want to make sure that you can stay where you want to stay, wherever that may be. Okay.
The host hotel always sells out, and it's the most fun place to be. May cost a little more, but it's way worth it when you figure all the time and effort and expense of getting there. Staying at the host hotel means you can run up to your room during break. You can, hang out in the lobby till the wee hours of the morning, like so many people do. It's just so worth being there. And Robin, where did you find this flyer? Because I know on the flyer that was sent to everyone, or it's available in the back office, it has the click through for registering for the hotel and for the conference.
It came in the newsletter that LifeWave sent out on Friday.
Okay.
So it was in
Friday's
the newsletter, and make sure you're getting the newsletter. If for any reason you're not getting the newsletter, you want to go to your back office, log in, and on the left side, you will see email, corporate email. You want to make sure you are opted in for the corporate email to get the regular emails from the company. They send a monthly email, and that's where this came from.
Okay. So leaders are born at conferences, and, and sometimes we say you need only buy a one-way ticket to get there because you'll fly home on your own power. Okay.
And we have so much fun being together.
Oh, yes. That's
So
where
it's so
leaders
great
and
to-
community is built.
It's
at
a
conventions.
community time too, for it to
Yeah.
be together. And we're going to stay an extra day, and we haven't talked about what we're going to do, but last year we did do a Sunday wrap-up session, and we had a huge crowd there, and we haven't, got any details left yet, put together yet, but we will keep you posted.
Mhm.
Okay.
So another big event is happening, and that's happening in May, and that's in Tampa, Florida. And what a lineup. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 SPDs going to be in attendance there. Many some you may not, but including special guest Garrett Johnson, our U.S. country manager. This is going to be a spectacular event. We can seat up to 630 people. We already have over 400 people registered. So please reserve your seats. The registration is listed here, and it's also in a click through in the newsletter. You can click through right to Eventbrite and register for you and your guests. And then we're going to do some community building afterward at Hungry Howley's chicken wings and pizza parlor, be able to just hang out and break bread together and, build community together. So really looking forward to seeing many of you there. We are intending to simulcast this, to webcast this, God willing, and the creek don't rise and the technology all comes together, because I know for many of you, it's not possible to be with us physically in Tampa. If you can, don't miss it. And the price is right. It's free. Okay. So, but for those of you that can't be with us physically, you'll be able to be with us virtually. So you might want to have a watch party at your home in the morning, because we're going to be covering some really great stuff together.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, the other things to cover in the newsletter, the miracle call was another miracle call.
Before you go there, why don't you talk about Missouri?
Oh, okay.
Because we're on the way to Tampa.
On the way to Tampa, Robin and I have been invited to spend an evening in
Kansas City.
Thank you. Kansas City, Missouri on Tuesday night. So let me look at my calendar. That would be the 16th. And then on Thursday night, so we'll be in Kansas City doing a stem cell activation seminar. And then on Thursday night, we're going to be in Branson, Missouri on the 18th doing a stem cell activation. We don't have the daytime place of those. We have the date. We don't have the time and place listed, but we'll get that to you soon as we have that pinned down from our local leaders in those two towns. And then we're going to pop back on a plane and off to Tampa we go. So we'll see some of you in Kansas City. Maybe we'll see some of you in Branson. Maybe we'll see some of you in Tampa, and all of you can see us, on our Zoom account.
And then, you skipped over the upcoming events, because then we're going to Houston, and then we're going to Costa Mesa. So we've got
Yeah.
a lot scheduled, so stay posted and stay connected.
So this week, Monday was a great miracle call. If you were on it, you know what I'm talking about. And it's available for replay in YouTube and on our Facebook group, just like this call tonight will be. Tomorrow night, you want to talk about tomorrow night and one of our
Yes.
very favorites?
We love her.
Yes.
Tuesday night, we have our introduction to LifeWave with the star of the show, X39, where it's a great place to invite guests. Gregory does a wonderful short presentation, and then we invite Ann to come on. She shares for a bit, and then it's your turn to share stories and questions. And it's always amazing to listen to Ann because she's loaded with stories and she weaves them in so beautifully. And she's just such a gift to our community. So see you tomorrow night with your guests.
And then this Wednesday, our country manager, Garrett Johnson, is doing a new member webinar. Once a month, they do a new member webinar on Wednesday evening. And this week, he's going to be discussing the new PC Plus program and sharing valuable information on how to get started, resources available, and tips to help people achieve optimum results. Here's the link there at LifeWave Webinars. So, and then last week, David knocked the cover off the ball again. We all just love and appreciate David. And, you know, when it's like E.F. Hutton, when David speaks, we listen. And he had a wonderful talk last week on, what was it on? It was inflammation.
It was the YH system.
Well, the YH trio, which inflammation is part of that. Thank you. It was great. Okay, so we'll have a Thursday morning business training, and every Thursday evening, there's a Canadian Opportunity webinar going, and we're really, we've got some exciting news about Canada trickling down. It's not public yet, but they are making some really wonderful progress with Health Canada, to be announced soon. So cross your fingers. You know, Health Canada is a little unpredictable to deal with, but the company is doing everything they can to make it happen quick. So I think that's the main thing that we had to share tonight. Robin, do you have anything else you wanted to share this evening?
Well, I just wanted to mention, someone asked in the chat or the Q&A, if you get to manager and director in that period, do you get both bonuses? Yes.
Yes, you do.
We love
That's
it when
right.
people do that. So we're here for you, and just know that. And I want to thank everyone who's giving me the feedback from, you know, the website and the PC and PC Plus program with little tweaks and edits and typos and things. The company's being extremely responsive, and thank you all for sending those in, because they're getting handled right away, and I'm getting appreciation from the corporate side. So just send them to me and I'll forward them to the right place so they can get changed quickly if there are things that are not accurate, or, you know, there's been some typos and some silly little things. And that's expected when you have a brand new website and a brand new program. So keep the letters coming, and we'll keep working on it, and just know that they're appreciated. And I really appreciate each of you for reaching out, coming from Solution, and pointing out things that need to make some changes.
So everybody get planting. It's planting time for the abundant harvest, and start harvesting managers and directors. That's right.
All right.
Okay, good night, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.